Alright, so just a quick update. So I watched most of What's Good for the Goose yesterday, and it was pretty bad. It was a pre-canon flick from 1969. It was supposed to be a comedy, but I didn't find it funny. It had the gal from the Oblong Box, and another dude from some movie that I don't remember. It's a British comedy. It's about as much fun as watching the Carry On series. Um, the Oblong Box lady gets naked a couple times, once on the beach, once in the rub and dub in the tub with her lesbian foo hippie girlfriend. Um, and it's got some cool psychedelic rock from 1969. But other than that, it's pretty bad. I'm almost done with it. I could probably watch it in my car during my lunch break later this morning. It's about 6 a.m. here. That's why it's so dang dark. And yeah, so I should be able to upload the video from my car later today. Not that you'll be interested in watching it after I trash that piece of poop. Um, but yeah, the reason why I'm eating lunch in my car is because they have a ridiculous face mask policy. You can't even lower your face mask at your cubicle, according to the idiotic mask moron supervisor here. You know, to eat your lunch at your desk is forbidden. And it's pretty crazy here in California. At my other job, I have to wear gloves, which kind of make my hands sweaty, and they break all the time. A couple guys here just got suspended for not wearing their masks on their drive cam. Suspended without pay. So it's pretty ridiculous in California. I want to move out next year if I can cash out my company stock. I think the company's putting the class action settlement behind them, and hopefully they'll go public next year. I keep crossing my fingers. I keep saying that every year. Not that my best friend in Renton, Washington now, I think she moved to Dallas, Texas or something to get away from the left coast, which is what I should do. But I wanted to move to Wyoming where the taxes are lower. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, I wasn't able to pay the bills that are coming due this weekend. I have a couple of them, and then I think another one's due on the 9th. But anyways, I wasn't able to save any money this month. I've got the class action settlement check coming in about a month and a half. That'll be a big help. But next week I should have about $500 to pay bills, and then maybe a little bit left over to save. So it's not all bad. There's light at the end of the tunnel. But they're making me double up my mask, and even though I have severe allergies condition, that makes it difficult for me to breathe with or without a mask. And this place is pretty ridiculous. But the good news is that I'll be able to watch movies during my lunch break here while I'm eating my lunch in my car. So there's a silver lining to it, believe it or not. Seeing as how cynical I am to this whole lockdown idiocracy that exists here in California. I'm sure it's much worse in Australia, Italy, and places like that. But this election will be a referendum on the lockdown for sure. I'm sure there are a lot of people outside California and New York who don't wish to be treated like frigging 3-year-old at a public school every day just to get a job. I'm sure it'll get worse once the vaccine will come out. They won't allow you to use your digital money card if you don't have the vaccine, that kind of thing. So just wanted to give you the lowdown of what's been happening. The tire pressure light went off in my car. My right rear tire was 4 pounds per square inch low. It was a little bit low, and it set off the sensor in my Toyota. So I took a half day on Wednesday. I caught up on a bunch of Jeff Wilcock movies. I think I have one more left. And they told me they didn't have enough workers, which is a problem that I have here at this job. Not enough workers, and then they suspend people for not wearing a mask, and they wonder why Comcast yells at them all the time. I just got yelled at by Comcast dude yesterday. We're Comcast contractors, and they get upset if we can't meet our deadlines. It's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot with this mask policy. But that's how cable construction works. A bunch of morons. They like to wear masks and order people around. So, yeah. What else? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so the flat tire situation, they told me to come back the following day after work before I picked up my son. I thought I was going to be late picking up my son, and lo and behold, I was on time. I got there half an hour early, I mean. I just went to get gas, and then I went straight to Firestone to check out the rest of my car, and to do the wheel alignment, which was off, because I was dilly-dallying, thinking I had to wear a mask and bring my son there during the summer. I was supposed to go back there in July, but I was thinking, no, I don't want to force my son to wear a mask. This was before the whole family law fiasco in debacle in August, with the Darth Vader judge seemingly putting us under house arrest and forcing my son to wear a mask at all times when he's with me. Pretty ridiculous, this whole thing in California. I want to get away. I'm sick and tired of this crap. I don't vote. I think it's supporting the political class who are attracted to power like a magnet. And so I'm not going to vote in this referendum on the lockdown, just because I think Trump started this whole lockdown thing with this Fauci and the scarf lady. So Republicans talk about opening up the economy and stuff like that, but they're the ones who started the lockdown. So this thing's going to go on forever, at least in California and New York. Maybe not in other states, depending on whether Trump wins or there's a disputed election, or of course the Democrats could steal the election with vote fraud, which I think is a legitimate concern with the mail-in ballots. There's already vote fraud in Texas. believe it or not, somebody harvesting votes in Texas. I saw that on Zero Hedge. Anyways, enough about politics and COVID, and just wanted to give you a quick update on where I stand with the movie reviews. I think I can eat and watch at the same time like my son does at my pad. So I'm going to try that today. Hopefully catch up on some of these Netflix DVDs. This pre-canon stuff. The Jewish guy, what's his name? He's producing and directing it on his own. I can't pronounce the guy's name. I keep forgetting it. And I never mention it in the description box. Just because it's too hard for me. Anyways. You get my drift, right? I do the same thing with Sam, the Sam guy with AIP. I never put his name in there. Because he's got a really long last name. Anyways, just wanted to get that in. Laters.